Hey everybody, this is Jenny with Budget Determined, and we're going to do our weekly check-in and wallet cash stuffing today. So if you're new here, I'm Jenny. I have chronic illnesses that don't allow me to work a conventional job. I'm currently applying for a disability right now. My husband works a full-time job, which is what we run our household income off of, and he also works an additional part-time job that is a variable income, and we never know what it is, so I kind of consider it the side hustle money as well. So we're gonna jump right in here. This month we are running off of a budget of approximately $100 a week for groceries, and $65 for gas is the goal, and that's just a average. That's just what we need it to end up fitting in, even though we might be over some weeks and under some weeks. So we're gonna kind of jump in and see how this is. So at the very beginning of the month, I'm going to cover that with our regular paycheck. We were able to send $100 to debt because his paycheck was a little bit larger than normal with the magic month, I guess, just because he gets paid monthly, but I guess I had some extra work days in, so he got more hours. We spent $16 that week in groceries and nothing in gas here. So now last week, which this is about, it was a big expenditure. I had to pull extra money from future weeks this month. So we'll see how it balances out in the end. I don't know. We're just going to do our best, and if I need to, I'll pull money from our food stock-up fund, but I'm hoping I don't have to do that. We're going to do our best not to, but I'm also not going to jip my family out of having a healthy, balanced diet. We bake and cook everything from scratch, and the last couple of months we've done some challenges where we did $75 a week. Mind you, we're a household of 5, so, and like 3 of those are basically teenagers, so that's a lot of food with teenagers. So we kind of did a $75 a week challenge, plus we during those weeks we were doing pantry cleanouts. Mind you, we've now kind of depleted our backup stock up in some of the ways, not all the ways, but we had to, this month we had to restock up on bags of flour and, you know, some of that stuff, and I buy big bags. I put it in a 5-gallon bucket with a gem seal lid, and it lasts us a while. So I'm trying to pull that out of our regular budget, even though I could just say, hey, let's pull that out of the food stock up fund, but I'd rather just try to fit it into this monthly budget, and then if I need to pull some extra out of the food stock up, I will then, with keeping in mind that yes, I am doing stock up. I am. So we had to buy a bunch of flour and restock up on butter and whatnot. So we had $175 on last Monday in groceries, and by last Monday I'm meaning the 3rd. Also, to the viewer who told me that this color ink is hard to see, thank you so much. I did not even think about that, so in the future I'll start figuring out different inks to use that are maybe a little bit bolder and a little bit more visual. We also spent $28 in gas that day. We are having to purchase some clothing with some growing kids and whatnot, so $38 in clothing that day, $28 in miscellaneous, and which was above and beyond our regular $50 that we budget for the month. So I had to figure that out as side hustle money. And then $19 out of our garden challenge is where that money came from for buying some things for the garden. We have not planted yet. We're still in the tentative plan, like tentative weather where you never know here in Idaho that it might do another random freeze. Right now we're rainy, so I think we're starting to warm up more consistently, but when the weather stops flexing so much, that's when I'll plant. Then we had $33 in grocery on Wednesday. Oh, Tuesday we had side hustle, but we'll just we can kind of ignore that. We're not talking income right now, we're talking expenditures, sorry. But $33 in groceries, $16 in our, we have a subscription for our coffee, so we get it for a little bit cheaper, and that's through Amazon. I'll post the link down below for what we're getting. We were getting black silk Folgers, but it just adds up to a lot with how much coffee we drink, and we always make it at home, so we looked for a cheaper option rather than saying goodbye to coffee. There's a lot of people in this house. So then we had gas for the truck, which was $53, $10 for med, which came out of the medical, and we had money sent to debt. So for additional debt last week, we sent $65.90 to debt, and that was all immediately sent through transfers and of what was in the bank. And then, oh yeah, here. Where do I want? Here. So we spent a total of $228 on groceries, which is more than 2 weeks worth of groceries. I'm gonna have to work that out here. I used part of that out of buffer in the account. My husband stopped by the store and used the bank card, so it came out of our buffer. Didn't go on credit card, but it's on buffer. So I want to replenish that buffer. And $81 to gas, which is also higher than what the $65 that we budgeted for. So, but we did fill up the pickup, and the pickup we don't have to fuel up every week. So I feel like the future weeks will be hopefully a little bit less, but I have some extra appointments with kids and stuff that I am going to have to fuel up my car a little bit more. So I really don't know, quite honestly. And if we have to go over this month on that, then we'll pull that from the vehicle fund where we put our rollover gas money when we do have extra. I'm still hoping to stay in this month's budget, but like I said, this month has a lot of appointments, multiple kids, and my husband had his audiologist appointment. It's been a crazy month, so we have a lot of extra driving, and we're trying to restock up on food that was depleted during the previous months where we were running shorter. So at least we had extra income last month, and we've been trimming, coming up short and being coming under budget some of the previous months, and being able to stockpile a little bit extra in those other funds. So as long as we can cover it that way, I'm still happy. So I still consider that a victory. If you're only having to dip into your sinking funds and you don't have to dip into your emergency fund, victory, victory. Okay, so since we spent $228 on groceries, I'm going to jump into my envelope here that has my money for my gas and my groceries. All the other money is already dispersed between pets and miscellaneous. Those are the only ones that I really disperse for in my wallet. But that's two more weeks of groceries. And then this is gas for the rest of the month. But, see, 20, 40, 65, that's 1 week. 20, 40, 65, that's 1 week. And then this week I already had to dip in because of that $81, and I have $5 left, but I actually have more than that because I had to dip into my gas money for groceries, and I'll have to replace that from my groceries. So, ha 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 ha. All right. So let's do this straight away. I'm not going to leave us, even though I've gone over next week's groceries and gas in. I'm not going to stuff nothing because I have to buy groceries. I have to. So we're going to put this in, and then we're just going to keep the rollover in those envelopes until the end of the month. So I do want to trim this down though. I'm going to have to turn it into some change, so we'll do that in a minute. I'm going to stuff this $5 and the following week's $65 for gas right now. And I know that that might be I might be pushing my luck on this, but at the same time, I don't want to get stuck somewhere without gas in my car. So that's not very fun, and some of the appointments that we have to go to are quite a drive from where we live, so I do not want to cut it short there. I am going to put this 100 back into here, so I have that money in there for next time, and let's figure out what change we're going to turn this into. I budgeted it with $100 bills, and this week thinking, oh, that might be okay, I can easily do that, and now I'm like, I don't know. Because it doesn't allow me to trim things down when I have smaller expenditures. So 20, 40, 50. And 50, let's do that. We're just going to make change from savings challenges. That will work. And the savings challenge video I usually do on Friday, and I know I'm a day late on this, and I might be $1 short by the end of the month. We'll see. So now we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 95, 100. So 28 there. I'm actually going to, let's just take 30 here. And this is going to go back into the bank to cover the coffee and such, and money there, and then then what do we want to do? Let's give $5 because I had $5, and this is kind of in advancement because today I spent $5 out of the gas fund for some chocolates, and yes, I know chocolate is not a needed thing in the budget, but it was a cute little girl selling chocolate for her softball team, and she is a daughter of a really good friend, so we're going to support, and we bought 5 chocolate bars to donate for her little t-ball team, whatever. So she was too adorable. She did like this whole seller spiel. You can't say no. You can't say no. So in reality, we're actually going to be stuffing 20, 40, $65 in our grocery. And I think we can get through with that for now. We just have to be a little bit more careful from here on out. But like I said, this week we stocked up on some things. So I'm going to, you know, I can justify that. It's not a problem. We really haven't bought things that weren't needed besides the chocolate. So, and okay, I'm gonna say the chocolate was needed. Okay, chocolate is on the necessity list when it comes to cute little children selling it. Done. Enough said. All right, you guys, this is gonna go back into the bank, and I will tuck this in my other part of my wallet to do that. That's kind of all that I have right now. And right now, if you guys watched the previous video to this, I am doing a thank you drawing since I've hit 500 subscribers. So this is not the video to get your name in the drawing for. You want the instructions for that. You want to enter that. Watch the previous video to this. I'll post a link in my description down below and you can check it out. But yeah, there's still a couple more days to enter into that drawing. So I thank you all for your support. Yeah, this has been such an amazing journey, and I still have so much more to do. But we are working on busting that debt, and you guys can watch us, low income family, and I do have to say I would not be making the progress that I am if it wasn't for you guys' support. You guys increase my drive to stay focused, so I very much thank you for that. You guys mean the world to me. I will see you guys next time. Bye.